welcome to part 2 of my DCS series looking at the Nevada test range map. Today we're going to be looking at downtown Las Vegas, and we're currently at Nellis Air Force Base in the HUEY. And you can see it's very busy here today. Some F-16s have just taken off and we've got some Apaches taxiing as well. But as I always say, thank you so much to a subscriber called Vlurkeys who gifted me this particular helicopter and a campaign to go with it. So I am eternally grateful for that, and I really want you to know that I am loving this module for DCS. So with that being said, I think it's time to take off. Some more F-16s going off there, and we're going to check out low and slow Las Vegas. Okay, right. Bit of a wobbly takeoff, but we got there eventually. Mission success! Oh, thank you. That was basically all we're supposed to do today, is take off. Now we're going to do a bit more of that today. We'll fly right over these KC-10s, I think they're called. I might be wrong. And we'll go outside to enjoy the view over Nellis Air Force Base. Did you hear that, guys? I think an F-16 just broke the sound barrier over the airport. At least it wasn't me this time getting into trouble there. Wow, that sounded incredible. I cannot believe the amount of detail that you can get on the screen and get away with whilst using the HP Reverb. It's just so smooth. And as I say, my computer isn't particularly that powerful these days, but it's certainly doing a good job here. So as you can see, the skyline is filled with buildings. We're going to be heading over to Las Vegas. And funny enough, I did fly the R-22 Robinson in Aerofly recently for a tour around Las Vegas. And yeah, that was great. Now, maybe I should change it to nighttime. That might be a good idea. So we might do that halfway through this video. But for now, we'll just continue in the daytime and enjoy all these amazing views. And even here you can just see that the map is bristling with details, 3D cars everywhere, and you really get a better sense of all that detail, obviously being this low and slow. You really feel a sense of height. Massive truck there, and the just the general kind of suburban areas and all of the houses are looking very detailed indeed. But yeah, it is really exciting to bring the HUEY back to the channel again. I am having an absolute ball with this particular helicopter. It's so rugged, and it's just full of character. It just demands your fullest respect, but I must admit it's very easy to fly, generally speaking. It's very solid. And I imagine a lot of that is due to its hulk and momentum in the air. But yeah, it's a joy to fly, especially in detailed areas like this. You can see there the panel wobbling around, and you can really almost feel the vibration, even though that is the sense of vibration and motion, of course, is absent in flight simulation unless you were lucky enough to have a rig where you're able to have force feedback and everything. But I don't know, somehow you can almost feel it when you see all those shakes and rattles. Something that I must say is not present in the Spitfire so much. I think they could have made that a little bit more rattly and a few more vibrations here and there, if I had to be really picky. Anyway, I think you'll agree, guys, that hopefully this is coming out okay on your screen, but to be able to get away with this level of performance in the HP Reverb in VR, you know, projecting 2 displays, it's quite extraordinary considering DCS doesn't really have it's not optimised for, it hasn't got Vulkan running or anything like that, so. But we'll have another look outside here as we head down the strip into Las Vegas. That sound is so good. So as expected, the detail is plenty. There are some sort of generic objects. I've seen that one quite a lot with the sort of swimming pool in the middle. But as I say, in terms of custom buildings as well, everything is there and looking very nice indeed. And there isn't any performance degradation from being either here or in the desert. It seems to be the same. Wow, that looks huge in VR. Look at that. Posh hotels everywhere with swimming pools all over the place. Plenty of cars. Now that is something that I really miss in Aerofly, is the world is a little bit stagnant. So even in DCS they're managing to have all sorts of different traffic being shown there. That is really, really good and just makes a big difference to that all important immersion factor. It's Trump Towers. Interestingly there, I noticed that the fountain wasn't displaying its spray. I did wonder whether they would be able to animate that. Now in Aerofly it's like a static image of the water going up, but it seems like they haven't bothered, not unless it, you know, sprays every now and then, I don't know. So we'll keep an eye on that. But this is just, what a way to relax in VR. And if you're not really in the mood to be shooting down enemy planes or doing any particular military operations, DCS can be a pretty decent GA sim, as I've mentioned before. I just cannot believe I can do this in VR and have this level of detail and it be completely comfortable, really. It kind of puts X-Plane to shame in terms of its performance. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. I do feel that as nice and as detailed as this map is, I do feel the Persian Gulf map is at the cutting edge really at the moment. I think they've learnt a lot from doing these sceneries, and that just looks probably the best one so far to date, but that should be the case really because it's brand new. That light bloom on the pyramid there looked absolutely immense, didn't it? And you can even see the light bloom glinting off the cars and the windscreens. as we head back to this is Las Vegas Airport actually here. Plenty of airliners. I think if I had to compare this to the Persian Gulf map, well, it's a very different type of terrain really, isn't it? So I don't think it would be particularly fair comparing them. But I have to say, I think the price tag of £40 is a little high. I know that a huge amount of detail is here, and they must have been painstakingly, you know, placing all of these objects and buildings. It must have taken them forever to do it, but since you only do get the map and nothing else, it is very, very nice. Really, really spectacular, but I'd still think £40 is just that little bit too high. But that's my opinion, you know. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys, and whether you've got this map, and if there's any decent campaigns or missions that you'd recommend. Now, I don't want to scare the residents too much with my HUEY flying close to the ground, but as I say, I don't have the miniguns attached, so hopefully people won't feel too threatened. But yeah, very impressive, even in the daytime. I think what we should do now is switch to nighttime if we can, and check out what this area looks like when the casinos light up and everyone starts spending all of their hard-earned cash. Or shall I say, losing all their hard-earned cash. And as if by magic, it's now night time. I thought we'd have a bit of a quick look to see what the lighting's like. It'd be wrong not to in Las Vegas. And I've noticed the Pyramid Hotel, the sky beam, that huge tunnel of light reaching up into the sky, isn't modelled, which is a shame, because that's a hallmark of the Las Vegas cityscape, I guess. But all the placards and billboards are very sharp, coming into focus very well, and of course in the reverb, even at night time, it's very, very well done. Look at all this, like how the cars, the lighting, the headlights are kind of shining on the nearby bridges. That's a very nice touch. And I think the dynamic lighting in DCS is very impressive. But it's a bit of a mixed bag in terms of how it looks. I think it's a little underdone, if I'm honest. I think this area is so brightly lit in real life. It feels a little bit dark. But I mean, you're not really going to be doing this kind of thing in DCS often anyway, are you really? Let's be honest. Like there, that hotel is a little bit dark and not very well modelled, I have to say. And these are the little things that I think, well, you know, this is an area where it's supposed to be as detailed as possible. And for £40, I don't know, it's a little bit too expensive in my opinion. But as I say, you're welcome to disagree with me. You know, the black levels in the reverb are superb for an LCD headset. It's definitely the best of the bunch. So hopefully you can see this okay, because nighttime videos are never a good thing on YouTube really. They don't really work that well. But I just had to show this off at night time. And overall, very impressive. Okay guys, so that's my part 2 of the Nevada map. Gotta say, it's very, very nicely detailed, but I'd recommend picking it up when there's a sale. I don't think it's quite worth the £40. But yeah, what a sandbox region to play with, especially with DCS. Ooh, that was a bit of a dodgy landing, but we made it.